What's up, folks? LA Ben with Benn Moves Realty. I have another exciting video for you. If you missed the last video, I went over the 6 steps of home ownership. So if you missed that, maybe go back and watch that. Today, I'm just going to go over 1 and 2 steps of home ownership. All right. So step 1 is doing your research, and you're already at step number 1 because you're watching these videos and you'd like to subscribe to stay tuned for more information. What else should you research though? Think about the type of home you want to live in, not just now, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Consider if your parents might have to move back in with you, or if you're going to be having children, what type of school district do you want to live in? Consider the walkability score. Consider your commute to work every day. These are things you have to consider, as well as you need to do some background on yourself. Run your credit, all right? Have a real honest talk with yourself. Can you afford a home right now? Is your debt to income ratio at a good place? Are your loans paid down enough? Are you comfortable being in a place permanently, or not permanently, but at least 3 to 5 years minimum, okay? Some people don't like the lack of flexibility there, all right? I would also say get familiar with what neighborhood you want to live in, right? A good way of doing that, Google Maps. You can get in Google Maps and just virtually go anywhere pretty much in the world, but definitely in the neighborhood that you might want to live in. So utilize those resources as much as possible before taking the deep dive into the journey of home ownership. Step 2 is getting pre-qualified. And part of going to get pre-qualified is deciding what type of lender you're going to use. If you're going to use a small, maybe perhaps credit union type of bank, or a local bank, or even a national bank, it's pretty much what you prefer in your preference, okay? Are you going to get a conventional loan, or are you going to get an FHA loan? All these things will kind of get worked out during that pre-qualification process. And I'll go over again the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval here in a little bit. The pre-qualification process helps you know how much home you can afford. It also tells the seller of any home that you're interested in that you're serious about purchasing the home. 98% of realtors will not show you a home in person until you get that pre-qualification letter. So make sure you get that before you try to go look at a home. That's very important. That actually leads me to today's jargon of the day. So like I said earlier, there's a difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. But what is it? So for the pre-qualification letter, that's basically you going to a bank or a lender and telling them your information, your income, your debt, how long you've been employed, etc., your tax records, etc. The pre-approval part, though, is when the bank actually verifies that information and makes sure that what you told them is legitimate. That pre-approval is the most important part. And actually, the loan commitment usually doesn't come in until sometime after the offer process, which is totally normal and fine, but just keep that in mind. All right, guys, in the next video, I'll go over steps 3 and 4 of the home buying journey. Right now, I just appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe below to get notifications on the next videos. Again, remember guys, it's a home buying journey, not a home buying race. So take your time with it, and when you're ready to make your move, BennMoves is here for you. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.